Oh, will we have peace?
Right.
Oh, woo! I feel, I feel, I feel something in the water. I, I smell something in the air. I could taste something in the spotchka, gentlemen. And you have to ask yourself, is something crazy like this?
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy. And we shall have
One would, like, I've got it right here, the Wizard's Ball. And you have to ask yourself, is something like that you wouldn't expect, especially because you just got, you know, Palpatine from the Clone Wars, second brother.
Mm-hmm.
You would never, I bet you no one's even thinking there's a chance in the world that we would get table 66 like this, man. But I have that sense. I feel like a lot of tension, and rightfully so, is on the Artisan DX rooted hair Joker, and on the Artisan DX rooted hair Anakin. And on everyone's looking forward to, is the Bo-Katan actually going to be a DX? What are they going to do with that? But I feel like that there's something else looming. I feel like that there's some type of bombshell. I feel like that there's some kind of announcement where we're going to just spill our damn coffee. And second brother, here's what I'm gonna say to you. What you gonna do when Howard Ted at Hot Toys unveils a bomb like that on you, brother? What you gonna do? Because I tell you what, I think it's coming fast and in the midst, and we're gonna talk about it today. What are you thinking? How the hell are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. And I think there's something in the sauce. I think there's something in the sauce. Being real slow about it.
But as they say, the macho will say this: that everything has been running real slow as of late.
Yeah.
Got little announcements, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit of exclusivity. They got us all going crazy. Hair, even though some of us guys still have some of our hair, some is still going, going around and try to hold on to things. But just ask you a question.
Go, because I got my Brutus the Barber beefcake on. Let's go, baby.
There's something that's going around that's making the madness just get a little itchy. But we're doing good here. We're going to sit back and just wait and see what happens. Hope there's no disappointments. But it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, and I feel like table 66, second brother and Brent is real evil today, baby. Real evil. I feel, when Howard at Hot Toys, they put up their Joker, for instance. I know that's the Joker's MO to have the ha, and all that stuff they had on the banner there, which seemed like it was bred for four weeks. But I feel like Howard's unveiling, like, hey, remember that Poe Dameron I showed you 18,322 years ago? I just want to say this to you.
I'd buy that Poe Dameron if it came.
Everyone on this damn panel would.
I'd get it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think. There wouldn't be a single molecule in my brain where it would cause me to think the other way. I want that figure. That completes the, in my mind, it completes all the main characters from the sequel trilogy. Why that one never was released is beyond.
Why haven't they done it, man? That's such a missed opportunity.
I tell you what, man. I think the same reason, because I was asking myself the same thing, and I'm wondering if I still have this clip. So here's my answer to that, and I think this may be the answer, second brother.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Everyone was saying, and I was just thinking about this weekend. Where's the Bespin Luke? The Bespin Luke was teased before the darn Bespin Han. Remember that? Second brother and Brent? And everyone, I'd be getting messages, Aries, that ship has sailed. That ship is gone. They're not doing it. They're not focusing on 1980. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it happens. I feel like it's just like, I tell you what, though, guys, I would definitely do this. I got to play this clip. I would buy this.
Okay, stay calm. I am calm. I'm talking to myself.
We got to have it. You got to have that figure. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know why that one
would sell.
It would sell. I think it would sell absolutely, 100%.
So let me ask you this, because all these exclusives, right, Brent? So let me ask you to go to Second Brother. Let me ask you. They limited 1,500 of that Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, same head sculpt, it just has the wool hair. Do they sell 1,500 pose, or they have difficulty?
Boy, I think they could sell 1,500 pose.
Yeah,
because everybody has been waiting forever for this figure. You remember 2 or 3 years ago when they teased it? I think we just got one image of a tease. I don't know if there was anything more than that. And then we just waited, and we figured it was going to happen. And maybe this Tuesday night I'll wake up at 3 a.m. to my phone going up, right, Aries, with 900.
Right. Yeah.
And out there it is, and it's not there. The same thing happened with Baze Malbus. One picture from San Diego Comic-Con. What has it been now? 4 or 5 years ago, and no figure to be seen.
I need you to say it one more time. What's that character's name again?
Baze Malbus?
They call him
really?
the Wizard.
And where's my Andor figure too? That goes
that's a whole different story.
Why don't we?
Because I got a theory on that.
Andor figure. Where's that one? I want that one with my Rogue One group. I've been waiting on that one.
With that show, I honestly think, gentlemen, because it's such a I don't know. It's a totally different type of show than all the other guns blazing, lightsabers, wielding, Mandalorian gunslinging type of show. I don't know. Are they saving it all for season 2? Or is it possible, Second Brother, they're just going to tie in Andor with the freaking more Rogue One releases, like they started doing, saying as also seen in Rogue One, or as also seen in Episode 3, or as also seen in the Clone Wars. They're kind of doing stuff like that, because I tell you what, Rogue One, Cassian Andor, Baze Malbus, some of this stuff. What do you think, my friend?
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to tell, because we have Ahsoka coming out. And Ahsoka pretty much supposed to be now this is going on after the Empire has pretty much been destroyed. So it's kind of hard to gauge when Ahsoka comes in, how this plays into Rebels. Are they going to be doing flashbacks where we have an opportunity to present an Andor or try to present a Jen Erso in the past? Would that happen? But it's hard to tell. And with these figures, these figures could be put, I won't say put necessarily in a graveyard, but I think I've already said that we have gotten to the point where you're beginning to run out of things, and you keep seeing 2.0, 3.0s of things.
Yeah, so give me Andor, give me Poe,
Oh,
give me something
right.
different.
Something fresh. So
And I feel like maybe the Hot Toys wizard may want to pop on in. I don't know, maybe disguised as the Space Pimp, maybe disguised as Harrison Ford, maybe disguised as Victoria from Victoria's Cantina. But Victoria, we need something fresh. How about that fresh outfit Ahsoka's adorning that you were kind of we were talking about?
Yes. Hi, Aries. Hi, guys. How's it
What's
going?
up?
Hope everybody is doing well. Good to see you guys. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Aries. Good to be here. And yes, Ahsoka's new blue outfit. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
My goodness gracious. We have got Victoria from Victoria's Cantina. So good to have. I feel like it's been like forever, but it's so good to see you. How have you been? How's things going?
Things are pretty good. Yeah, it has been a minute. So I'm glad to be here. I'm really happy to. Yeah, no, it's good. We're doing the social hour every Friday night. We're hitting the shows, right? The Comic Cons and the, all the stuff. So we're kind of everywhere. We're on the different podcasts and everything. So yeah, keeping busy.
Oh, good to have you in here. Good to have you in here. So I think that there's 4 of us. I don't want to speak for you, Victoria, but I know 3. Brent, second brother, and me would buy this figure.
Okay, stay calm. I am calm. I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
I would love Oscar Isaac. I would just love it.
I mean, how many years has it been since they teased that he would be coming?
Too long.
So, I mean, I'm ready for him. My Finn and Rey are pretty lonely over on the shelf. Kylo isn't the best company from what I understand. So I think they need both.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a killer panel here tonight. Listen, I just sensed something in the air. I've spilled all the coffee. I've got no coffee left tonight. And I've got plenty of spotchka, though, to kind of, I don't know. I guess I get drunk on coffee. You all know that. I've also got plenty of wizard juice. And, of course, I am equipped with the special Wizards crystal ball. And I think a lot of attention is on the in-art Joker, which we're going to talk about, which is this Thursday on not the in-art, the Artisan Joker, the Artisan Anakin coming up this Friday. Brent, I know you got some interesting thoughts that we were talking about that we're going to discuss on there. But let's go ahead, everybody, before we get started and say hi to some of the folks that are in here. We have got Boba Fettuccine in the house saying what's going on here and saying hi to brother cousins. Boba Fettuccine, it is always good to have you in here. I'm always so hungry whenever I see you, so I know you're at table 5. Let's fill you up, baby.
You're delicious. Ciao, boys.
I'd buy Pizza the Hut. Always good to have Boba Fettuccine in here. And Patrick is in the house as well, saying hello, Aries, and hello back at you. Good to have you in here. And the single songwriter. And you have to wonder with the single songwriter, is this what they call
They
him?
call him the Wizard.
So have Marlon in here as well. What is going on? Good to have uncarded reviews. Good to have, I can't even keep up with all of these. Mike Litteris saying, hey now, is in here. What's going on? And my good buddy, the Space Pimp himself, Victoria, Brent, and second brother. Sorry I couldn't be here tonight, family, to this amazing panel. Shout out to you as well. We look forward to having our regular Jay brother cousins in the house. Make sure you look out for Best of the Best Thursday around 8 o'clock-ish right there on Brother Cousin's channel for sure. What's going on? Alex, what's up to you? Good to have you in the cantina tonight. And Laura's in here, everybody. Good to have you in here. Saying Lieutenant Miro figure, please. I don't know. Is this what they call you,
They call
Laura?
him the Wizard.
To have you in here. Gosh, what is this comment here? Coffin saying, yo, and good to have you in here, Coffin. Is anyone getting waitlist conversions today like crazy? You know, I'm on the waitlist for the Brent for the 100th Wonder Woman, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm on the waitlist
still for the Arena Boba Fett. What are the chances I'm going to get that?
I'm on that one. I will tell you what, Coffin, my Neo from the Matrix, what is that, Revolutions last week, that converted. But good to have you. Good to have you in here for sure. Charlie the Unicorn is in here. Mon Mothma. Kevin Collectibles says, I would get a pilot Yeah, that. You know what, guys? That pilot Luke is really good. All they have to do, besides believe, is just get Howard to put like an Oscar Isaac head sculpt on that freaking like Luke pilot outfit there. Oh my God, that's the one they teased, isn't it? Second brother Brent Victoria, isn't that the Poe that they teased? Didn't it have the pilot outfit, Victoria?
Yes,
Yep.
Mhm.
I tell you, with all these low numbers, second brother, I mean, everything being low numbers, we're going to talk about that tonight. I think there's a good chance, dude. I really do. I feel like a lot of the stuff is going to start coming up, including Han.
Well, like I've been saying, I think that well is beginning to run dry, so they're going to have to start going back to those teases and see what happens. Because certain thing is a thing that you kind of posted in preparation that we're going to talk about, and that was, to me, I was like, oh yeah, that well is running dry. So they got to come up with some fresh ideas. So going back to those little teases,
Yeah.
some excitement again.
Yeah, because it's the well's been dry and it's been cold when it comes to Han Solo and Harrison Ford. It's been really freaking cold.
Oh, really? You're cold?
Maybe they saw, what was that? I don't know, what was that? Jimmy Fallon when they
I know everyone talks about that, right? No, I mean maybe, but that isn't that Harrison Ford though, Brent. You've been in news a long time, and isn't he just like that way sometimes when he interviews? He kind of comes across that way.
Well,
it's hard for me to take him serious.
He's the ultimate curmudgeon. I don't know anybody more curmudgeon-y than him. I think maybe some of his best acting is when he's being curmudgeon-y, because I think he totally loves to come off as just not caring. I got a paycheck. That's all that matters. I don't care if Greedo's shot first. I just don't care.
Right.
That's just the way he is. He wants to be that way. He thinks he's being funny. And maybe there's some people out there who find it, entertaining or funny, but I'd like to hear the guy actually say something serious once about Star Wars, how much it meant to him. I mean, if he doesn't get that opportunity, who is he? Right? I mean,
yeah, I'd like him to say something serious about. I mean, you got a better chance of getting freaking William Shatner to say something serious about Star Wars.
You're right.
Let's say hi to some of the other folks in here before we get going, everybody. And great panel in here. Chuck G is in the house. What is going on? And Jeff Einhorn, what is up to you? Good to have you in here, my friend. And we have got the Lane Kramer. Looking forward to having him back in the cantina next week. Good to have him in here. We got Defio Dome in the house as well. Princess Leia would be a bomb. I tell you what, man, it sure would be. Let me fill you up with this. God, is
You're my only hope.
help me, Howard Chan. You're my only hope. That would definitely be a bomb. And we've got the Punisher in here, panel. Good to have you in here as well, for sure. Uncarded reviews. What is up, brother? Always a pleasure to have you in here. If I forget you on here, just go ahead and keep putting it in. Neil Riffick is in here. What is going on? I'll get to you eventually. Bantha Rida is in here. What is up, Bantha Rida? Good to have you in the cantina for sure on this Monday night. Brother Cousins goes, I agree with Brent. I guess that deserves, I think it deserves one of these then.
And I say yes.
A is also in the house. What is going on? Welcome in the cantina for sure. Brad is in the house saying, I'm ready for that rooted wannabe. Oh, starting it already. And the blurred dad life. Listen, we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about what's going on this Friday. You get your opportunity to get that rooted hair Anakin. Is it the best Star Wars 6-scale figure of all time? What about that Joker figure? Is that one of the best figures of all time? How many of you are going to try to get it? What are going to be the chances that we're going to get it? What about these new serialized things that they just did with the quarter scale Iron Man that just came out? Let's go ahead and dive into all this and kick off 6-scale Raw right now.
All right, but this is the last time.
Yeah, baby. And all right, welcome to another Monday night 6-scale Raw. You have got the Dark Jedi in the house. You have got Second Brother in the house as well. You've got the Star Wars newsman in the house. You've got Victoria in the cantina as well. What is going on, everybody? And of course, and most importantly, we have got all of you, and maybe pizza is going to send out for you a little bit later in this freaking broadcast for sure. As in a matter of fact, why even wait? Pizza's sending out for all of you right now, baby. Right.
You're delicious. Ciao, boys.
Ahead and get right into it. And Mr. Brent, I am going to go to you. Let's open up a chat over here in regards to this, and I'll share this on the screen. Look at this, my friend. Serialized hot toy. I've never seen so many exclusives and so many exclusives and limited number figures and pre-orders that are just hitting waitlist really, really quick than I have seen right now during this worst, economic inflation, or the highest we've had, I should say, in 45 years. This is serialized. I think it's pretty cool, but I think it's exclusive to this 300 run, 300 Brent Iron Man, just 300. It's a quarter scale. I kind of dig this. I mentioned this when I went live on this on Friday, but you have to ask yourself, is this just one and done, or are we going to see maybe a new trend of serialized stuff coming from Hot Toys? Go, baby.
Great question. And I kind of believe that this is going to be the new trend, because I think Hot Toys is tired of having dead stock on their shelves. And what do? You need to ratchet up the marketing. You have got to ratchet up the FOMO. You've got, when collectors see something like that, there's only going to be 300 of these available. I mean, you're not going to be able to sit around for 4 months and decide whether or not, check the website to see if the product is still available. You may only have 5 minutes or less when that piece goes live to either grab it or not. I mean, 300 are going to be gone real quick. I think this is how it's going to be going forward.
Yeah, if they would do it with that. I know this is the shank, but I mean, we're going to talk about that. I kind of get a sense that you're right, Brent. Victoria, this is pretty collectible right off the bat. I mean, this being limited to 300, and they're going to be numbered, so you're going to be able to. Now it's a quarter scale one, but I'll tell you, Victoria, I don't know if you followed yet. The 100th, the Warner Brothers 100th Wonder Woman. I think they limited that to 1,500. Is that right, second brother Brett? Is that what that one was? 1,500 of that one already going, Victoria, for $895, $900 in the secondary market, like a snap on Tim Cent, like a snap with toys for adults. Collectors are eating up these limited number runs. What do you think about it serialized? Those aren't serialized. They just said, hey, it's limited to this. This is actually numbered. What do you think about this for Hot Toys?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it makes a difference. Like you said, that Wonder Woman selling for $800, not even out yet, right? It's like pre-order. So, if you were lucky enough to get on the pre-order. But yeah, I mean, I think if people like the product enough, like in the case of Wonder Woman, it's the best looking one they've ever done. I think in the Joker, in Anakin, obviously, people want those very much. Would they have sold even faster, or will they sell even faster if they had like numbers assigned to them? I don't know. It's kind of neat that this has it. I know this is a quarter scale, right? And this is kind of a little bit of a different beast, but it's still limited in the same sense, right? So it's obviously going to be something, quite a few people are going to be interested in just because of its limited nature. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it is interesting to think about, like if they had put numbers on any of these other limited, whether it's 1,500 or 1,000 or whatever, if that would make any difference. I think people would still kind of go bananas over it either way. It's interesting to think about.
It really, really is. Second brother. This is having no problem. You see already year 4 sold. I mean, this is selling better than the Grand Moff Tarkin right now, which is a Grail. This is selling better, second brother, than a lot of the Grails. Good morning, Grails. Like Jay, I know he's listening. I mean, he might as well just add this to Good Morning Grails right off the bat. I mean, this is selling for Dark Side, Anakin money from those sellers. Let me ask you this, second brother. If they would have serialized these, does that make any difference, or is it just a 1,500?
Well, serializing it makes a big difference because it's a visual thing. It would automatically just like, hey, once you see that number there, you just like, hey, if it's say for instance 1,500, well, okay, well, I am $249. Okay, that adds a little something to it. But when you just say, okay, it's 1,500 that's made, yeah, we know that's 1,500 maybe. Maybe you know that's 1,500 maybe. People in the community knows 1,500. But the person that would come to your home and look at your collection, and they would look at it like, oh wow, this is one of 300. It makes you think, and it adds to that hype. But the price, over time, that price is going to come down, because pretty much this is like nuclear fire right now with the rooted hair, and everyone is excited, and the competition with art. So give it about maybe 2-3 years down the line, you probably see. I would say it probably go down to probably maybe about 700 to 600. It's not going to stay up at that 800, close to 900 range. Not for long. Especially if you start getting more figures coming in with rooted hair. You start getting more, more similarities, just like we're talking about with DXs. Yeah,
that's going to be the key. That's going to be the key, second brother and guys, because will this be the last? Will this be the first? Everybody, this is for all of you. You can answer whatever you want on the panel and in the chat. Everybody, if you want to answer. Will this be the first and last Gal Gadot Wonder Woman with wool-rooted hair from Hot Toys? Yes or no? I'm going to say no. It won't be.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to serialize it from the Hot Toys Wizards crystal ball. This is probably one of a half dozen in the next like 4 years. That may be coming. Maybe that's an exaggeration there, guys. But I'm real close to wanting to get this figure. Now, what I think it won't come with is like that 100th base, which is really cool. But to think that I have to get this because they're never going to do Gal Gadot with wool-rooted, I'm sure in her next appearance, or maybe even from her appearance, Victoria, she was in the Flash. You never know. They could come out with another figure, regular base, not the 100th, little differences, wool-rooted hair. I mean, it could happen at any point. Case in point, Victoria, they have a new armor coming out. Haven't even sold out of the first one.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if that other armor actually happens or not. But I mean, it's totally possible they could do another one. I mean, no company likes to leave money sitting on the table if it's possible to capitalize on a product and make more money. So, I know the limited nature is very appealing to a lot of people, but if they can do something similar, maybe not to the same extent, but if they could find a way to do it in another profitable way, I'm sure that there could be options in the future. Like you said, she is in the Flash, so that is a possibility.
This is interesting. Peter Kokola says, Brent, Victoria, and second brother, I think these Iron Man pieces will be limited to 300 in the special case it comes in. This is actually very interesting. Then there will be more of that quarter scale golden one made without the numbered case. I can't say that he's completely far off. Go second brother with that. Let me know what you think about that.
You know what? Go to go to one of the other panel members. I'm gonna be right back to answer your question. Be right back, because I'm going to get something to answer.
Go get it. I think I know what you're doing. Go ahead, Brent.
What's he doing? Going and getting his.
He's gonna go get something.
What is this? An math exam in hour 2 in college? No.
But this is a good point. This is a good point because
I mean, Hot Toys has proven, that they are just about as unpredictable as anything there is. I mean, we just don't know what they're going to do. I mean, right now they could be, lobbing this out there as, one of 300 with the case. And then how angry would people be if they got that and then suddenly there's 1,000 or 2,000 made available without the case? But they very well could do that, I guess. I mean, they could do it. There's no doubt. Do I think that they're going to do it? I don't. I think it would kind of bastardize the integrity of something like this, where you want to make something have a numbered and serialized number. I mean, you want to make that be a highly coveted item. And that's my opinion when you have something serialized like that. And, back in the day when Sideshow was doing 1/6 scale stuff exclusively before Hot Toys rolled in, I remember when the 1/6 scale Tauntaun came out and the 1/6 scale Jabba the Hutt throne came out. Those were all numbered. Every single one of those was serialized. If you flip over that original 2008 Jabba the Hutt throne, you're going to see 127 of 1500 or whatever it was. Or if you flip over the base on the Tauntaun, same thing with the Dewback. That was serialized. So, and when those were gone, they were gone. But, it's 15 years later now. I don't know.
No, good points. All right, show me, second brother. What you got, baby?
Okay. You see that?
Let me blow it up. Let's blow it up for everybody here. Oh, Iron Man. What do you know?
Okay. You see that little sticker right there?
Mm-hmm.
If I can turn around and touch, wait a minute, it's on the other side. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
See that sticker right there?
Yeah.
So the 20th anniversary exclusive, right?
Yep.
Same figure, right?
Yep.
So when we talk about exclusivity, there it is, right there.
No, well, so he brings up a good point, gang. That's exactly true. So very, very good point from that chat, for sure. And I also think the other thing to keep in mind is for many of these figures, there eventually will be 2.0s. Speaking of Iron Man, second brother, how many 2.0s did they just with the last year?
Wow.
Right?
It's
right?
It's just I mean,
it won't be the first and last time.
It is just like when you throw out when you throw out that exclusive label, and then when I woke up and I actually saw that Iron Man, and then I looked at it again, I was like, wait a minute. They're trying to pull the same hustle on us with this one?
Trying to make money, baby.
Right. It's like, wait a minute. Hold up. It's like you going to a used car store with the worst salesman. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then I put my glasses on, like, okay, I can't see with my glasses. And I look, and it's quarter scales. Okay, they changed up as quarter scale. So, after a while, people gonna get tired of the chase. It's exciting, but the odds of us getting something that's 300, that's 300. That's
Dude, that figure is going to be like so high.
That it's going to be so high.
Even it's going to be 30. There's only 300 of them.
Right. And you'd be lucky if it lasts 30 seconds, the sale. Those things, as soon as they get on there, they're going to be gone. They're going to be immediately gone.
Well, and as I fill up table 2 again, welcome everybody. You are watching 6 Scale Raw. Please go ahead and smash that like button. You have got the second brother in the cantina. You have got Victoria from Victoria's Cantina in the cantina today. Come on, in this cantina, we have got the newsman in here. And when we're talking about, are we going to get another one? Are we going to get another rooted hair artisan? Let's fill up number 2 in honor of this.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another. And I tell you, all right, let's go day by day here, because I got to pull this up onto the screen and let's kick this off and see if this link will work, everybody on here, as I pull this up onto the screen. So what's going on this Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is an opportunity to pick up this figure right here. Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Your opportunity to get the Joker figure. What is this limited to again? Is this 4,000 for the rooted hair? Yes, it is 4,000 worldwide for the rooted hair. Let me know in the chat if I am correct on this. Somebody go ahead and put that in real quickly on there for sure. Brent, I'm going to go to you first with this. It's only 4,000 available for this wonderful, gorgeous looking rooted hair version of this DX Joker, this Heath Ledger Joker, but it's only touted at 4,000. So right off the bat, they gave you a number, Brent, to kind of tell you that it's limited. Okay.
Yep.
Isn't this how they used to do things a long time ago with Sideshow before Hot Toys? Talk to me, baby.
Yeah, I mean, back in 2006, 7, 8, in there when Sideshow got the 1/6 scale license away from Hasbro, this is exactly what they did. Sideshow was 100% transparent. They would announce a figure was coming, and then like the Monday, or it would always be a Friday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern time, priority pre-order is what they called it. And the only time you had a shot to get that figure was you had to be on the internet, hitting refresh over and over and over on Sideshow's website, because at 1 o'clock, it would immediately flip to that priority pre-order. The entire website would. And then everybody jumped in to go after the figures. But they told you exactly what the number was going to be. Like the Grand Admiral Thrawn with the throne back in 2010 or 12, whenever that came out, the throne with the figure, there was only 750 of those made available worldwide.
And they would do it, but they would do it during the day, right? The only thing I didn't like about that, though, is they would do it during work.
Absolutely.
For a lot of people that don't work at night or don't work overnight, they'd have to find a way to schedule their lunch. I mean, many collectible companies do this. I feel like they should do they should have did it back then where it's like after hours. But then again, Brent, you were going to get some people that work the night shift or third shifts that weren't going to get that opportunity. But
right. And, 1 o'clock Eastern time is what time in Australia. It's what time in Europe. It's what time in Hawaii. It's what time, that's the time. I mean, wherever you are and you wanted to get that figure, you had to be ready and able to get on the internet and get it.
But here's the story, though. Here's the story. This is how that used to go with all of those Sideshow Star Wars figures.
Yep.
Really, before the DX07 and the Hot Toys one came around. Hot Toys came around, and then it went up for pre-order, and then it kind of stayed there. Was kind of the new thing from there. But now you're starting to see, Brent, right? You're starting to see signs that this happening a little bit again, and a little bit more and more and more and more.
It just feels like it's kind of coming back around. You're right. And in some ways, especially with the serialized stuff, with them announcing that there's only going to be 4,000 available. And, how is this all going to roll out Thursday and Friday? We don't know yet. I mean, is there going to be a fixed time? Is there going to be, I think an email is going to be sent out to people interested. And if you've RSVP'd for the Joker or RSVP'd for Anakin, I read somewhere that those folks are going to have first crack to get the figures. So if you want to RSVP, get in there and do that. If you really want to get one of those figures, it's going to be made available for those folks first. I RSVP'd, but I'm not getting them.
How many of these Anakins are we getting, guys? Does Victoria, do you know, Brent, it's 3,000 is what I keep hearing?
I have not heard a number.
I've heard 3,000. And who in the chat knows? I believe it is 3,000 that this is limited to. Okay. How is that being 3,000 says 3,100 says Charlie the Unicorn. Okay. So close. 3,100 limited. So you got two distributors in the world of Hot Toys. You got Sideshow, which takes care of Europe and the US. And then you got Hot Toys, like with the Shanghai store, the store in Hong Kong and what have you. Does anybody really know how they're dispersing these, though? Like, because I always hear, second brother, even though Grogu and Mando and Star Wars is getting popular in Asia, which is really good for Star Wars.
Mhm.
It's way more popular in Europe and the US. It's not an Asian thing, second brother. Like Marvel. So I would have to guess that that at least half of these, and not just like 300 with the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, which is what I heard Sideshow had. I feel like there's going to be a lot more of these available. What when we both tried, because I know you and I both tried to get that Wonder Woman. I didn't get her. I wasn't able to get her, but I feel like there's going to be a lot more of this available for Hot Toys. And Coffin puts in here, second brother. I guess this is right. 1,500 is a lot more pieces now. Let's be honest, than 300 that Sideshow had for her. I mean, that's like 5 times as much. Is that going to make a difference on Friday, second brother?
I mean, the bigger numbers, more chances. Well, considering where I pretty much put my foot in the fire for that Wonder Woman and got it in my cart 3 times and got kicked out.
Oh, jeez, me too, baby.
So who's to say? Now, the elephant in the room is that exclusive Batman that they put out. Nobody hasn't made higher mention of that. And I think that one was a lesser quantity than Wonder Woman, I believe. And I was able to secure one of those. And I just did that just on a humble. I was like, you know what? I really don't have no interest, but let me try to take a shot at it. And I took a shot at it and I got it. But, 1,500 pieces that stand more of a chance. I'm pretty sure there's more than 1,500 hot toy collectors around. But,
yeah,
you can only see.
And songwriters saying, China gets 1,000, Hong Kong gets 1,000, US gets 1,000. So either him or Coffin are right. They're both right within there. But that looks like a lot more, Victoria, than we had for the 100th Wonder Woman. We only were able to get 300. So it looks like with Anakin, there's going to be considerably more. But they put a number on it, Victoria. And I'll be honest with you, for me, I feel like the reason I really want this, I'll let everybody know, okay? Because my prized possession, one of them, is really that Dark Side Anakin. I think it is one of the best looking Hot Toys figures ever. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this prototype blows it away. I feel like this is next level for the Dark Jedi. I feel like this is next level for the Hot Toys Wizard. I feel like not only am I going to spill my coffee, Victoria, but I'm going to spill the whole darn pot. And my house is going to flood with coffee. And then all my donuts are just going to get soggy. And I'm not going to be able to keep them fresh because they're going to be floating in all of this coffee over this awesome figure. But I feel like that this has more availability than the Wonder Woman. Do you think we'll be able to get a chance, whether it's 1,000 or 1,500, to get this on Friday if you really want it?
I have a feeling that we will. I mean, who would have thought 20 years ago that, Anakin would be the beloved character he is today? Like,
yeah, who would have? Right.
The level of passion that fans have for Hayden Christensen and Anakin is beyond, even like 5 years ago what you would have expected. So I mean, not only are collectors like you and I interested in this figure, there's a lot of people interested in this figure. So I certainly hope that the numbers are higher. I do think that it is higher than the Wonder Woman. But I don't know. It's going to be tough. Like I really do. I don't have a lot of confidence with the whole Sideshow system of how they're going to do this. Cause they sent out that RSVP email the other day but I mean, that's not really a guarantee, right? It's just like, we'll email you maybe 10 minutes after it launches on the site. So,
right.
So it's scary. I do wish that they had a more organized system, like a lottery or, something in place where, it was a little bit more, you don't have to worry about like the site crashing or, bots and scalpers like rushing on there to try and get them all. But I'm really hyped for this. I hope I don't miss out. I don't have the Dark Side Anakin. I have the regular Anakin from several years ago now. But you know, Anakin / Vader is my favorite character. So I mean, I really, really want to get this one. He looks amazing. And
so you're gonna go for it. You're gonna try it on Friday.
I'm gonna try. I'm trying not to get my hopes up because you know, Wonder Woman didn't work out very well. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know time. So it's like, you know, I don't think most people can just sit there refreshing all day long on, you know, Sideshow's website. So it's going to be kind of tricky. I just don't want to get my hopes up because I don't expect to be able to get it. I just think there's too many things working against me being successful. There's so many other people and there's glitches and there's this and there's that. But, you know, we're going to, I'm sure we're all going to do our best and hope that we get lucky.
Victoria, I hope to God you get lucky with that. I'm going to be trying at the same time. I'm sure we'll be chatting. I know if you get yours, you'll sell it to me for sure. Thank you so much. But here's an interesting thing. Interesting thing on this, Victoria. Brett, I'm going to bring this to you because I want to pull this up onto the screen. There's some great comments in here. Laura says 100% this Anakin is next level. Louis Labitz in the house says, no, not the donuts. Yeah, because Yobo says the spillage. Come on. I am right with you. But I want to put this up on the screen, this comment, because it's very, very telling from uncarded reviews, Brent. How many diehard Hot Toys collectors are there in the world? Maybe 3,000, maybe 5,000. Now, I know where he's going with this. Nobody really knows. But, you know, I feel like that this is different than the 300 Gal Gadot wool-rooted hair Artisan Wonder Woman, Brent, that was limited to 300 for Sideshow. Okay? This one's more 1,000, 1,500. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me with that 3,100 number if it was, you know, 2,000 really, Europe and US. I mean, that for me, that's how I would cut it. You know, I feel like, hey, Star Wars is more popular in Europe, more popular in the US than it is in China and Hong Kong for sure. So, you know, I think you would, to divide it up 66% to 33% makes sense to me. However, don't want to digress. Those are the numbers. We'll have to see. It's still significantly, Brett. It's still significantly higher than the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. But you have to ask yourself, are they really making more than 3,000 or 3,100 of some of the figures that are up on pre-order right now that don't even crack the top 15 best-selling wise when they're announced, like Gore from Love and Thunder? Are we really going to be getting more than 3,000 or 4,000? Speaking also of the rooted hair Joker, which has 4,000, of Mighty Thor, of the Grand Inquisitor, of the Third Sister, of some of these figures that are going out over there? I'm not so sure. And I'm getting a hunch, like Victoria, that maybe some of us are going to be able to get this more than we think on Friday when this is available. Go, baby.
No, I think you could be right. I mean, I think price point's going to dictate how quickly this piece moves as well. I mean, you know, back in the day, we talk about the priority pre-order when Sideshow had it all. I mean, that was back when the 1/6 scale figures were $89.99. You know, when they crossed the threshold of $100, that was, you know, crazy time. You know, now we're in that world of $280 on up, you know, for anything. And you know, I think, you know, if we're looking at a figure that's going to come in at 450, 480, somewhere in there, I mean, you might, you know, in this time of economic, you know, struggles for a lot of people, you might be right. I mean, this may sit there a little bit longer, 1,000 of them, 1,500, whatever it is, because that's a lot of money for people to spend these days. But on the flip side, If they serialize it, we don't know if they're going to or not. Like I said, it's Monday. This is happening on Friday. There could be more news that breaks with this figure and how the rollout's going to go. I don't know. But, we'll have to wait and see. But, I can see a scenario, Aries, where this does not sell out as quickly as many people believe it should or could.
I really, and I think it's going to be a test, because I'm not even necessarily sure it's going to sell out as quick as people think, because I actually think it's a pretty hefty number if they're going to be having 1,500. And I suspect maybe the division may even be a little bit higher for Europe and the United States. But you can't convince me with some of the figures that they're coming out with that, that they're making available 10,000 of this figure or that particular figure or this release. It's just, I feel like that they kind of told you what the amount is instead of telling you that the pre-order is going to hit the wait list. Second brother, here's my point with this. They don't tell you it's 3,000, 2,000, 10,000 or whatever. They put it up on pre-order, doesn't crack the top 10, sells however much it sells the first week, and then it starts to dwindle down. The next figure comes out, it's on the list, no hype, no rush to order. It's up there in 2 months, like the Christian Bale Armory that's up right now. That didn't, it didn't crack the top 5. It's very, very expensive. It's like $685. It got up there. It got hype a week. It went for a week, and then it went way, way, way down. But I'll be honest with you. I'm wondering if I'm starting to put something together here. If they would have said, hey, that Christian Bale Armory is limited to 1,500 pieces here and 1,500 pieces there, and it's going to be available this Friday at this type of thing, I think they sell a ton more than what they've sold already, because everyone's going to be like, oh, damn, only 2,000 of that Christian Bale Armory. I'm definitely getting that. I'm going to be there at 2 p.m. on this Friday, on this Monday, on this Wednesday. I'm going to put in my pre-order. Because you can't convince me they're making 10,000 of those, brother. You know where I'm going with this.
Right.
And I'm wondering if they're feeling things out. There's too many things that are happening. First, it's 6 to 9 months, 6 to 8 months. These are going on waitlist. Now it's 2 to 3 months going on waitlist. Now they're putting up these numbers. Oh, some are 1,500, some are 4,000, some are 3,000. Oh, here, this is serialized. I feel like something is starting to get materialized. Go, baby.
Yeah, but like we was talking about before, when you put that number on there, that's like right in your face.
It's in your face.
It's in your face, and it puts a clock on it. It puts a clock on it, because like in the other figure, a lot of people just sit back and like, wait a minute, some of these figures coming in at X amount of price points. We're going to wait this out, especially with Sideshow had that fire sale that they had a few months ago. So people are looking for that to happen again. That's not going to happen again. That's why you're getting these pieces going on wait lists so quick, going to wait lists so quickly. And then, they go into a format where they're like, okay, we know we probably can be safe in putting in an order of 2,500 figures. Then they turn around and go, so with 2,500 figures, we'll put 300 in reserve in the back. So they get that initial sell at 2,500, and that company is like, you know what? I got about 300 waitlist people that's out there. Then I could go ahead and tap into that next little batch and do it that way. That way you don't have to sit on dead stop. So I think
you hit it.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to prevent that from happening.
Because remember, I shared that quote, a comment from not this week's market show, although I got so many comments from this week's show flying off there. If you guys didn't watch that yet, the market show I put up yesterday. And right now, don't forget, while we're talking about this, you're watching 6 Scale Raw, please pause and smash that like button right now. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's go, baby. But a comment that was put in there, second brother, was, hey, I bought off of 3 different reputable sellers. that I purchased from before and I left positive feedback with, that has so many 100% positive feedbacks. And, you know, I'm bidding on these auctions like, wow, I got a great price. I got this price. I get a message from 3 different ones saying, oh, it's not available. And I'm not saying that that's what's going on, but it sure sounds like with some of them, like, crap, I didn't think it'd sell that little. And if these sellers on eBay are feeling that, second brother, what is Sideshow and Hot Toys feeling?
Well, you know, the pressure's on because, you know, Sideshow, been, as we could go on this, you know, like, are you on the site right now? You got some figures that's been out there for like 2 and 3 years that's still there in stock. I mean, that's there in stock. Look at I think at the top of my head, the one that was the one of the longest that sat was it Infinity War Thanos. That sat for a long time. That sat for a long time. So they're not trying to run into that problem again. But getting back to talking about things that are exclusive, like when you put that number there, there's a clock, and you know, like, okay, this is not somebody just throwing out an exclusivity label and they really produce 10,000 these things and get you to run for the hype. Because that can happen too. That's why pretty much I pulled that box out. I was like, okay, this is exclusive, but you know, I went to a Comic-Con and I got that. So that's why I got my hands on it. And then it's still on, like you said, Sideshow's page. And piggybacking off of Victoria, I actually counted when that Wonder Woman came out, and I actually went on the website before the email was sent and refreshed it and got in there. And I literally got that email 8 minutes and 22 seconds after the fact.
Wow.
Scary.
Yeah.
Well, and I've got some breaking news over here, thanks to somebody in the chat. And I'm going to be pulling this up in just a second. But Victoria, staying with you, and I'll pull this up. Now, this Mech Tech Black Panther, like the Christian Bale Armory, like the 40th Vader, okay, like the 20th Clone Commander Fox, this was just a couple months ago, already almost sold out. You can't convince me, Victoria. I'd love to get your take on this because I know you do so much. You've got so many Hot Toys, and people don't realize how much you're like really into it. Of course, you do all the Black Series and so much stuff with that as well. But you can't convince me with this going like this, and this not even cracking the top 10 when this first came out and going all the way to the bottom, that they're saying right now you only got 3,100 Anakins. You can't convince me they made 3,100 of these. You can't convince me that they made 3,100 with these. I think now they're telling you how many they're making of Anakin, but I'm wondering if it's a lot of the same thing. But Victoria, you can't convince me that they made 3,100 of these.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild. I mean, it's just some of these just really sneak up on you. Like you don't really know. You know, I think we see a lot. There's so many things that get announced and pre-ordered these days that, you know, there's a lot of hype surrounding certain releases and certain figures, and then other ones just kind of get neglected, but then, you know, never crack like the top selling figures on the site. But then over time, there are people that have been buying them, just not all at the same time. So they do kind of have this thing where they start going low inventory or almost gone, or even like pre-orders that aren't even out yet. But yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. Like just some of what you see just selling out these days.
Well, and credit to Conquer Knight, Christian Bale Armory just hit waitlist. And you have to wonder, he certainly gets, you know, one of these. Is this what they call Conquer Knight?
They call him the Wizard.
Brent, this goes to what we're talking about here. And hello to you, Collector Joey, as well. On this and what we were talking about also over the weekend, you and I. This just came out 2 months ago.
Yep.
This just came out 2 months ago. I'm swimming in coffee here. Did they make 4,000 of these at the $600 or whatever, $565, like the rooted hair Joker that's going to be available?
No.
I say no.
No.
I say there's not even a chance they did, baby. You understand where I'm going with this?
Oh, I totally understand where you're going. And, you know, I don't know if Hot Toys will ever be transparent enough to give us their product numbers on this stuff. It would be nice if they did, even after the fact, you know, just say, hey, by the way, you know, the Batman Armory, Bruce Wayne Armory piece, there was only 900 figures available in the United States. You know, I mean, it very well could be 2 months. I mean, that's just insane. Some of these other figures, and, you know, Second Brother referenced it. You know, some of these other figures, and you know, so did Victoria. I mean, they've been sitting out there for 3 years. And then this one goes out 2 months ago, and it's now waitlisted. The game has changed.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very interesting here. So breaking on this just came out 2 months ago, but wait a minute. Is it the Wizard? Or is it Lael, the 1/6 scale man?
What's up,
in
bro?
the house? What's going on, baby?
What's up, bro? Yeah, I came through. I was like, you know what? I've been busy pretty much all day. I just got back from Brooklyn, like not even 4 or 5 hours ago. Had some work going on up there, so then I had to come back here. So I'm in the building. First off, I have to acknowledge everybody. Second, brother, thank you for being here. Star Wars newsman, as always, man. Thank you for always doing what you do. And like they say in Lord of the Rings, very end, Return of the King, when the king looks at Frodo and the rest of the hobbits, Victoria, you bow to no one. You bow to no one. You are the GOAT in this industry. I bow to you as always. Always good to be in your presence.
Oh, too kind.
And of
Thank
course,
you.
Awesome to have Victoria here.
Definitely,
You're
definitely.
Too. My God, you're
Bro,
right.
Definitely.
Quick
Yeah.
question. Did you see that beautiful Muriel, the Blue Beetle, while you was in Brooklyn?
Bro, I saw 8 Blue Beetle murals in New York.
Yeah.
So we went from Harlem to Soho to Brooklyn to Queens. I saw so many murals, and then I saw the biggest mural right on the side of Madison. Well, actually down the block from Madison Square Garden for Ahsoka.
Ooh.
So that was a huge mural
Yeah.
that they actually had going on over there. So that was crazy, mad crazy.
Well, so good to have you in here. I don't know if I know you've been real busy, Lael. I'm so pumped up that you've been able to kind of jump in. We've just been having a conversation. Obviously, a lot of attention this week with some of these figures that are coming up. But look, I don't feel I don't. This is my honest take on this. I don't feel the Anakin is as low as numbers anywhere near that Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. I feel like that was 300 at Sideshow, and in the chat here, it's like 1,500 or 1,000 of them are going to be available. It's also a higher price. And I'm wondering if they're just putting a number on it, because, like, look at this.
You never know.
This is gone,
and
this just came out.
You never know.
But
honestly, you never know, bro.
Go ahead, go, baby.
Know. You never know, because that's the thing.
You don't know.
It's just, you know what? We live life nowadays with these figures just like we do when it comes to like trailers and, of movies, upcoming films. We never know until we see it. You know what I mean? That's just how, again, we can speculate. We can all think we know. We can, come up with numbers. They can come up. Again, you never really know, because at this point, everything is just a rumor until it happens. You know what I mean? So that's just the way I see it. Whoever's able to get their hands on it, that's what you just have to kind of run with. These things, again, with this Batman Armory set, was out a few months, but here's the thing that I'm realizing with Sideshow. Bro, based on everything that happened with the pandemic, even before the pandemic, a lot of figures that they've been sitting on since the pandemic, bro, they're actually like the longer, and Second Brother, you can attest to this. When you have that many figures, right? When you have so many figures basically in your arsenal sitting in your warehouse that you haven't sold, by day, you are losing money.
Yep.
Every
you are right.
You are losing money, a percentage. You're losing money every single day that figures are sitting in your warehouse that have been there for years that you cannot get rid of. So what they're doing right now is like, yo, and we always talk about profit margins and stuff like that. Very low for them because, like I said, it's hurt a lot of companies. We've seen that in the economy. So for them, what they're basically doing right now, and like Charlie Unicorn said, yeah, tax write-off. You can only do that but so much too, though. Seriously. Because they're right now with tax write-offs, they're counting like they're holding you accountable for pretty much everything, but it's not the same. Tax write-offs aren't the same as they used to be, and the pandemic changed that.
Yeah, and there's only a percentage that you get under that back.
It's only a percentage that you're basically getting back. Yeah. So with that also being said, what they're doing is like, oh, okay, so there's not so much that we can basically do. So yeah, we're going to scale back on how much product that we allow in. There's not going to be too many pre-orders. They're lowering that batch. You're not going to be able to get it. A lot of these things aren't going to be readily available like they always are. And that's why for me, when that just recently, when the Moff Gideon armor dropped, I was like, all right, let me just hit up Ray. I hit up Ray and said, Ray, put that in order for me because I can't trust that that's going to be available for long. So I said, Ray, pre-order that, and I got it through him. Ray at Underground Figure, shout out to him. I wanted to make sure that I got it through him, and I don't have to worry about anything else going forward, bro. But this is basically what we're seeing right now, bro. Because again, they're still sitting on that second brother. They're still sitting on that holographic Iron Man figure. They haven't got rid of that piece. No time. They're still sitting
giving
on
it away. Those,
exactly.
With the Captain Marvel.
Exactly. Captain Marvel. They're basically still sitting on that. They're still sitting on that Cyborg Spider-Man. They're sitting on that. There's a few figures that they're basically still sitting on. They're still sitting on Stan Lee. Wow. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's so many figures that they're sitting on right now that they cannot get rid of, man. It's like, do you want to continue that role with these figures right now? Nah, I don't think so. And here's the thing. Even when we look at Bo-Katan, she's still sitting. She's still there. I would have thought that by now there would have been a lower batch on that. No, not really. You know what I mean? So still get Finnick. You can still get Casca. She's there. They're all still there. You know what I mean? So
no, Casca just went.
Oh, she did? She just went?
Gone.
Oh, okay. Well, she's gone.
But Fennec is there.
Fennec is still there. Casca's gone. So again, I knew that one. So eventually those, but Bo-Katan might still sit. She might still sit.
And those were from like an older, like
they're
from an older time.
Exactly. So I mean, again, bro, like it's tough. It's tough to kind of assess right now. But we'll see this week. We'll see this weekend for everybody who's out there trying to get those figures, man. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on it.
I tell you what, Lale, just stick it real quick because I don't know. I get a little hunch here that maybe I don't know. It may be gone in 5 seconds. So don't shoot me if it's gone in 5 seconds or not. I get a little bit of a feeling though that maybe that they're feeling things out a little bit. Nobody really knows. But I feel like, hey, it's a wait list 6 to 9 months. Okay, now it's like 2 months. Like you're seeing this Black Panther Mech Tech. You're seeing the same thing. That's almost gone.
Which surprises me.
That Clone Commander Fox, dude, which is so shocking me. Because people were clamoring for that 20th Clone Wars figure. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm not too sure. With the price of that Anakin, which I don't know what it is, I heard it's going to be more than what Sideshow is offering the rooted hair Wonder Woman. Plus, there's going to be a lot more, 3 or 4 times as much available. I'm not sure. I think if you want it, maybe you're going to get it. So
with that Anakin,
that you're maybe going to be able to get it.
I don't know, bro.
We don't know.
That's an iffy situation because I don't want to fill people with false hope. Because the thing is,
they got it 5 seconds.
That thing can be gone, bro. Because there's a lot of collectors that want it, and the thing is, it's showing up on so many different platforms that I couldn't believe. I even saw that on Star Wars Explained. Like I saw that on, he basically put it up on his spot. So, bro, I at this particular point, I don't know. I wish I put it this way. I'm just going to say that I wish people luck, bro. I do. I wish them luck. Hopefully they'll be able to get their hands on it. For people who actually want it. Like I told Second Brother, I'm not even trying. I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sit back and live vicariously through everybody else, enjoy what I have, and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm stressed out over something that is in almost damn near impossible to get. And I'm not going to sit there for a long period of time trying. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to do it.
No, because
I'm just
I
going to let
did
it
that.
slide.
We Second Brother, we were talking about that. We both did it, and maybe you did too, Lael. I think Victoria, you said you did it. We did that with the Wonder Woman, and I had it in my cart a couple of times, and I was just like, crack it.
And got kicked out. And
so I will try it once with Anakin. If I get it, I'll be like, damn.
Good.
Great. Good.
It'll be good. But after that, I'm not even trying. I'll live vicariously through everybody else. So I wish everybody else luck. Let me know. Hey, I got to dip out. I just wanted to dip in and say what's up to everybody, man, because I got to get prepped and ready for later on here. And I got to, again, I'm finishing up. So what I'm doing is I'm talking to you and I have a client right here on this screen.
Ooh,
so it's crazy.
I love that you came in here, brother.
Right here. But I was like, yo, let me just dip in real quick and say what's up to everybody, man. So thank you for having me here. Next Monday, I promise I'll be here. I'll be solid and I'll be straight, ready to go. But again, thank everybody out there. Tune in. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because it's the dopest out. So make sure you do that. Oh, hell, Victoria.
Brother.
The being Victoria's presence is like Saturday morning cartoons, man. They need to bring it back. Straight up. That's how it is, man. Star Wars news, man. My guy, as always, with the smoothest face. He got the smoothest face. And then second brother, man. How you doing, man? What's going on with you, bro? Can't wait. As always, Aries the Wizard. Everybody out there, man. Love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later on, man.
Later on.
1/6 scale, man.
See you later.
Peace out, man. Peace out.
Peace. Listen, make sure you guys subscribe. You gals subscribe to the 1/6 scale, man. Always here every week at 6 Scale Raw. Coming in here. Link within the video description. Go ahead and show Lael the love and subscribe to his channel. I do appreciate that. And hey, while you're at it, baby, please also go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button. Are we at 100 likes yet? Strike a pose, pause, take your finger, take your thumb, whatever freaking thing you want, and go ahead and hit the like button. I do appreciate that. While you're at it with Victoria in here, Victoria is always in when I go live. My video description is somebody to subscribe to. Go right in there and subscribe to Victoria's Cantina. She has such awesome stuff, awesome stuff, and some awesome live shows. You got to check her out. So make sure that you guys do that. Breaking news here. This is on, Waitlist. Second Brother. I know I didn't talk to you about this one yet because I'm bringing a conversation back. I went to Victoria. We talked to Lael about it. We talked to Brent. Dude, with this one here, they didn't make 4,000 of these like the rooted hair. I just don't. You just can't convince me that they did, and now it's gone. I think that they had a number on here that they wanted to get, and I think what's happening with the rooted hair Joker, they're like, look, we put a lot into this. We spent a lot of time, whether it's competing within art or whatever the heck it is they're doing, and they're like, we're not having this crap sit. We want to sell it. We want to get it out. And I think they numbered it so the pre-orders would go faster.
Right. Well, you have to look at it too. It's that we are in a phase where, things are coming out. They're being released on time. So when you get into that not as much of a volume, but you got more things that you could pretty much get out and put together. Like you have X amount of numbers of loot. All right, you got those numbers out there. They're already sold out. Then you move to the next thing, instead of doing those huge, batches. And I'm pretty sure, I'm sitting there thinking that on average, maybe for the average figure, they may be putting out maybe 3,000 and under. How these things are going to waitlist so fast. So, and then two, it's kind of what we was talking about before. I'm pretty much seeing that this is their business model. because Valkyrie, I just looked through, because every time I go into streams with you guys, I go and check my Sideshow account, make sure I didn't miss any notifications. And my Valkyrie just converted, just waitlist converted.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, it just converted. Okay, let me go ahead and jump on that. And I've been having good luck with waitlist conversions lately, like with everyone else. So that's almost proven the fact that they putting that number out there. They've already made their quota of what they have, and now they're going back to their reserve. Or I don't think it's a thing where people are just dropping out of orders. I don't think it's that. I think they pretty much like, okay, pretty much like how one company, I'm not going to speak their name, they do things in batches. So they probably order their stuff in batches, just like, Sideshow is pretty much copying the same business model. Excuse me, make sure they don't sit on dead stock. So I think that's what we get out of this.
No, it's really, really good. And we got some tremendous comments on here. And Red in the Ledger, I got to go back on some of these. Red in the Ledger says, Aries, did you talk about the Ahsoka figure announcement? What Ahsoka figure announcement? Wait a minute. I guess have I been working on? Is there a Hot Toys Ahsoka figure announcement, guys?
Not that I've seen.
I know of.
Listen,
I would have gotten a bunch of texts today if that were the case.
Red in the Ledger, talk to me about this. If you know some info on Ahsoka figure announcement, let me know, because we'll go ahead and I can tell you what, I know that one's going to be coming. And Victoria, you and I were talking about that. I think some clip from one of her. Is it from that? First of all, I will tell you that the Ahsoka trailer that I saw from this weekend with the Anakin voice. Holy moly! I mean, I am so like. It prompted me. If you guys follow me on IG, if you follow me on Instagram, I put up my Luke. Well, not my total Luke collection, because I don't have the battle damage DX07 with that. I got that with my Empire Strikes Back Vader in a battle below it in a different display. But I kind of put it up with the Star Wars music. It's on IG. I think I did it earlier today. But I saw that preview, and I'm like, holy smokes. This is going to be freaking epic. And I hope Favreau and Filoni, put that up. But yeah, if there's some type of Ahsoka tease or something going on, hit me up here. Let me know. Let us know what is going on. The single songwriter puts up in here, putting some of these comments up. 117 watching, 51 likes. Where we got to get up to 100. Let's go. Let's hit that, baby. Let's get up to 100 likes right now. Do appreciate that. Laura Kala says, love you, Aries. Like button smash. Come on. Absolutely. Love you back. Love you all back. And let's put up some of these here. On some of these figures. There are a couple of these announcements here. Charlie the Unicorn says, preview Ahsoka 6-scale figures from Hot Toys. Ooh, where? Who put that up? I didn't see that from that. But I think they had a little blurb from a few weeks ago, right, Brent and Victoria?
Actually, sorry, Aries, that's a coming soon. So I'm looking at Sideshow's site right now. And if you put up Ahsoka Tano, it just says Ahsoka 6-game figures coming soon. It's pretty much, it doesn't have any figures. It's just a promo, like a promo show, just telling you they're coming. It's not doesn't show any figures. It's pretty much saying that they're going to do it. It's just like an announcement. So,
yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, how many already did we get from Mandalorian that they unveiled, which was quite more than a lot of people anticipated. And with that Sideshow Con, oh my goodness. I mean, the female bounty hunter, the male bounty hunter, the armor that they went ahead and they teased, the Babu Frick. I know it's not what he's called, but that alien full scale, the Grogu full scale. We just got the Gideon, which looks that thing. Victoria, are you getting that Gideon, Or did you see that, Gideon? That head sculpt is sick. From Friday on Thursday on Hot Toys. Holy smokes. It is so good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I mean, I have the first one, and I enjoy it quite a bit. But this head sculpt, like you said, is killer on this new one. And just, I mean, the figure is, if it didn't have a head sculpt, it would be awesome because it looks fantastic. Sculpting on it, the detail, everything's awesome, great. But the head sculpt is killer. Like, they did a fantastic job with that. So I'm really stoked for. I was kind of a maybe, like, before I saw the reveal photos from last Friday, Thursday, whenever it was. But now that I've seen them with the head sculpt, I'm like, yeah, I got to get that.
Yeah, and good stuff. I totally agree. I got to get that too, and that'll be the second Gideon in my collection, Victoria. And Coffin says, Aries, rumor has it Sideshow finalizes their Hot Toys numbers after 2 weeks of a pre-order release. I've heard, Brent, that rumor as well. I don't exactly know how true it is or how valid it is, but basically, a lot of these retailers, whether they get it from an official distributor or whatnot, there's only a certain amount that they're making, and I feel like the difference between this that just hit Waitlist today, breaking news, and the difference between the Anakin that we had up and the Joker that we had up is that one was advertised the amount of number they produced, and one was not.
No, I agree. And I think getting back to the pre-order numbers, that was a single songwriter who put that up there. I mean, I think that's an interesting rumor. If it is fact, I think it makes a lot of sense because I think that the pre-order is really where a lot of the most important data is collected. I mean, that is the beginning of the availability of the figure. So you're really gauging, how many of those are we going to sell in the first 24 hours, maybe. And maybe that, maybe they have to hit a number. And if they don't get to that number, then they don't have as many available. Or if they pass that number, then they get a few more. I mean, it's hard to really say with the method of their madness, but I truly do believe strongly that the day one pre-order is now being scrutinized and evaluated heavily by the bean counters at Sideshow, because at the end of the day, this is not a landscape where they want to lose any more money.
Well, and let me stay with you here, Brett, because I want to go ahead and bring this up. Are you seeing on the screen, and everybody in the chat, this just came out right before May 4th. This is Darth Vader. In case anybody was wondering who this character is. And this is the epic 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. Whether it's him, whether it's Clone Commander Fox, whether it's Black Panther, whether it's Christian Bale, that Armory figure, I am stunned that this already, and Clone Commander Fox, for instance, and that Black Panther all have low stock. It's making me wonder about that Moff Gideon. I think Lael had a point. He was like, hey, he said he called Ray, from the great comic place and store that he goes ahead and gets his figures from and reserved it. I'll be honest with you. If this isn't sticking around and Black Panther isn't sticking around, I don't think Moff Gideon's going to be sticking around for more than 2 months either.
Well, this particular Darth Vader, Aries, I remember exactly when it was put up for pre-order, and it was during the first couple of days of April. So it was about a month before May the 4th. I was on spring break with my family, and I remember seeing this become available, and I had to quickly snag it because I wanted it bad. So it's in that 4 to 6 month, 4 to 5 month window. So 4 months ago was mid-April, and again, I mean, if you want these figures these days, you better get in on it. I mean, the deluxe edition, I think, is still available. I don't think that one has the almost sold out on it, but the collector's edition does. And wouldn't surprise me if we see that C-3PO with the Salacious Crumb hanging off of his face go almost gone here too. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, you know what's interesting about that, Victoria, is and here's another thing I want to bring up to you. And let's talk about because Anakin doesn't have a sculpted hair version for that new head sculpt yet. And Victoria, I'm going to stress yet. However, the counterpart to Anakin, the rooted hair Heath Ledger Joker, the artisan version, that's going to go up on Thursday. Anakin is Friday. The rooted hair Joker is Thursday. The Joker gets 4,000, okay, or so. Anakin gets 3,000, 3,100 or so. But that Joker has a sculpted hair version that they're not telling you what the numbers are. But you have to wonder, Victoria, just like you're seeing here, this is the sculpted hair version equivalent of that Joker that they just came out with. And this one, the more affordable one, is the one that seemingly has less or is going out quicker that they're cutting it off of. I mean, even before now, I think that the deluxe one here is going to follow right in suit. I've also seen this before with some of the other figures in the Marvel verse, where it was actually low stock on one version, no low stock warning on the deluxe, and vice versa. And the one that didn't have a low stock warning just hit waitlist, didn't get any warning, and then the other one followed. So nobody even really knows. I don't even know which one will go out here first. But you do have to wonder, Victoria, even though they're telling you that the rooted hair Joker has 4,000, who's to say that the sculpted hair version has more than 4,000? I don't necessarily believe that it does. It might, but you know what, Victoria, it may not. Go.
Yeah, no, totally possible. I mean, at least with the Joker, it's kind of like, it's a consolation prize, right? If you don't get the artisan version, you have a backup. If you don't have a Joker already, that's, you have that as backup.
Right.
And with Anakin, I mean, there's nothing announced, right? So we don't know if there's going to be a sculpted hair Anakin or not. I guess looking at Anakin versus Joker, it's been a lot longer since Joker was on the market. So maybe that's part of the reason why they're saving Anakin for later. But then I also think, well, Ahsoka is right around the corner, right? And, we've heard Anakin's voice and, he's rumored to feature in the show somehow. So I feel like this would be the time. So, it's kind of strange that there isn't a sculpted hair version. I think even if they just said, there is one coming, like that would probably go a long way and sort of negate a lot of the fear people seem to be having around this Anakin release. I mean, I definitely think that they'll get around to doing a sculpted hair version that's not going to be as, at least announced to be as limited. But at this point, all we know of is the artisan version, right? So that's what everybody's going to be after. I wish there was another one being announced at the same time, just a regular edition one. But I guess, who knows why they do what they do or don't do what they don't do, right? It's just all we can do is speculate and talk about it and hope for certain things. But it'll be interesting to see. It is interesting how there's two different, how they're doing them differently for both Joker and Anakin.
Yeah, and I really think, Brent, this is a second brother. Actually, let's go to you first, and Brent we'll go back to you. Good thoughts there, Victoria. This is Lord Vader. I guess whether it's Batman, Christian Bale, whether it's Lord Vader, whether it's whatever it is, the Joker. It's just, I think that they're kind of saying, Sideshow and Hot Toys, hey, things are going to be limited, and we're just not producing that much. But someone just put up in here, I think it was the Hot Toys Nightmare, that these were announced April. Gosh, that seemed like just yesterday. So just like 4 months ago on some of these. That's insane, dude. That is insane. But let's go to you about that not only this, but the sculpted hair Joker. I don't know if they're going to make 10,000 of those with sculpted hair. I mean, you got how many Jokers out there previously? You got an in-art Joker out there with rooted hair. You got an in-art Joker out there with sculpted hair. I'm not even, I'll be honest with you. The rooted hair version may be more. There may be more of those. They just may not tell you.
Right. Well, I personally think that they're not going to be huge production numbers on the sculpted either. And, that would be safe. That, you're saying how everyone is going to go after the rooted, going to go after the artisan line, they're going to go after these special things. And then you got the other collectors that's sitting in the back. It's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and wait on this. And even still, with the trend of how these things are going to waitlist, there's not going to be huge production numbers. So if you see it, you better get it between that, that 90-day, 90 to 120 day window. We've been generous saying 120 days, but it looked like it seemed like 90 days is the sweet spot where these things are almost, get ready to go to blue screen or go to waitlist. So I think it's going to be probably, if I was running a business, I'm like, okay, we putting out 1,000 of the rooted hair. Let's put out 3,000 of a regular edition just to be safe. But I think the days of producing 6, 7, 8, 10,000 figures, nah, that's not going to happen.
No, and it says here, Brent, that here's the Joker again that's available now. Everybody watching, this Joker is available. Okay, the Anakin's available on Friday. I'll pull that back up in a minute, but this one's on Thursday, August 17 at 9 a.m. Pacific. So, that is going to be 12 p.m. Eastern time here in the States. I do have this RSVP'd, also the Anakin version. But now, who in the chat knows with this one what the differential or what the disbursement is between China, Hong Kong, and Sideshow? I'd love to know. But 4,000 of this one. But I don't know, Brent. I want to keep talking about it. They let you know, hey, we're only making 4,000 of these. And this one's going to be somewhere. Now I'm hearing that. I don't know how accurate it is. Somewhere around $550 all in when you convert it from the Hong Kong prices. Now, I know you and I talked about this. Mm-hmm. That Sideshow may decide to actually make it more affordable just for, they just may. They may just make it more, they may make it more lucrative. But I still think it's going to be around $500. But 4,000's a lot. The Christian Bale Armory. I'm going back to that. I feel like that. How much of this may be a call to action to get your attention on it, to buy it, and how much of it is like, hey, no, this is really different because the armory is really, we made 50,000 of those.
Mm-hmm. Tough to say.
It really is, isn't it? It makes you think.
It really does make you think. And, they're throwing a lot of information at us, but at the same time, they're not giving us information at the same time. Knowing what the hard number would be great. Is it 4,000? I mean, is that confirmed from Sideshow? Do we know that for an absolute fact? I mean,
well, Single Songwriter says 800 in China, unknown about Hong Kong and Sideshow. So 800 in China. So if it was 4,000, I guess that leaves 3,200.
Yeah. So
that's about as much as Anakin because he's 3,100.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe just as much as the Anakin. So let's say for argument's sake that there is 1,500 like the Anakin available, if that's what's going to be at 1,500 of this or 2,000. I mean, it may be gone in 2 seconds. I'm going to let like when Lael was on. It's true. I mean, I maybe had this in my cart 1 or 2 times and be SOL. And I think, but I'm wondering if there's going to be a little bit there's going to be some time within an hour or so, or a couple hours, or if you want this figure. Now, I think with this call to action, you're going to have to make your decision on Thursday, because I do think this is going to go
about
about the Joker,
okay.
And I think the Anakin's going to go on Friday. I just don't know how quickly it's going to go, though. I think if you want to, and I also think the price is going to matter once you see that in front of your face.
Well, I think everybody is going to be interested to seeing what the fallout is going to be from this after the dust settles. And, from both of these pre-orders, Thursday and Friday, there's going to be much conversation, much debate, probably some war room meetings with the doors shut and the paint curling if it doesn't go the way they hope. And there's going to be a lot of celebrating if it does go the way they hope. But again, I think they're going to be numbers crunching this, because they are absolutely this is dropping the gauntlet time, guys. They are going up. They are in a stare down now with InArt. They are in a stare down. It's like, okay, what's your next move, InArt? Because we're about to put a great looking rooted hair Joker out there for $1,000 less than the one that you put out there. What's your next move?
Mm-hmm.
And if this goes well Thursday and Friday, if this goes well, and what I mean by going well is both of those figures are gone the day they go up. So by Saturday,
I know where you're going to go with this, but
by
go ahead.
Saturday morning,
you
cannot get either one of these figures off the Sideshow website anymore. They are gone. They are waitlisted, or they are out of stock, or whatever they're going to throw on there after the fact. Then you're going to start seeing, I think, a lot more of the Artisan series roll.
I do, and it's funny you say that, because I've heard some opinions out there, and I'm glad you're bringing up the devil's advocate. Because conventional wisdom, and I get it, would make you think they're going to do this few and far between. They're not going to do this much. But I'll be honest with you, what I'm trying to piece together with this show, and you're fitting right in, I think that they may do this more often than you think. I think it could go either way, but I think you got to give just as much of a percentage chance that, hey, if this does go well, and they're like, shoot, I don't have to even leave it up there for 2 or 3 months, or 5 to 6 or 8 months up there to pre-order. Just go ahead and do this, and we'll go ahead and be able to sell these. And honestly, I feel like I'm just saying that I think that you're on to something there. I think if this does go well, I'm going to go to you, second brother, real quick on this. You know business, and I know you know business, and we've all you've been around a long time. They make money on this. This is successful. What are they going to do? They're going to want to do it again, and they're going to be like, hey, you know what? Let's roll this out. They've been rolling out different things. I think Brent's onto something here.
Right. Yeah, but then like Brent said, man, is like it is what we call the classic, outlaw Josie Wells moment that we're watching here between InArt and Hot Toys. And the only way for me personally, what I'm worried about is they keep going too far. Artisan figure, because eventually the excitement is going to wear off you, and that well is going to run dry. I think what they need to do is see what's going to happen with InArt, especially with that Cavill Superman that they teased, and pretty much like, hey, you show me mine, I show you yours. And I like to see that type of competition, because then you pretty much like things are spaced out. You turn, it's like, okay, they did this, and then you do this. So that's the only way to keep things fresh. But with this Artisan line, I am very worried about they keep running these numbers like this, except if they're producing new characters. Or redoing.
Yeah. Like that. Now you're really hitting it on the head. If they're producing new characters,
right?
That's,
say for instance, we talk about that Poe Dameron, right? Where they put Poe Dameron with rooted hair.
Oh, Jesus.
That's something that's right out the box. That's just something that's...
Dude, that's something I'm buying.
It's unexpected. It's unexpected.
Because I collect a diversity of figures now, of IPs that I'm getting into, but that's my first love. You're going to give me a Poe like that. I'm gonna get it.
Or they give you a
I'm gonna
Best
want
Man
it.
Han like that. They break the internet. They give you a Best Man Han.
You know, and you know, you have to wonder. You have to wonder because, you know, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna blow myself up over here. The crystal ball. Is that the reason? Do I see because of some artisan stuff that the Return of the Jedi 40th is yet to come out on some of these, like a Luke, like a Han. I'm seeing something in there. I can't quite make it out, but I think you may be on to something there, second brother, to be completely honest with you, my friend. Because if they do that with Han, you know, we've been waiting for a Han for a long time. Boy, that would be unbelievable. It really, really would. But I'm venturing to guess with this Anakin though, because of the Ahsoka series. How quickly are we going to get a dark side Anakin of this same thing? I just got to bring it up. I got to bring it up, guys. Victoria, let's go to you. You know, this is the same. I feel like it's this oldest story of the book. They came out with that Anakin from The Revenge of the Sith, which a lot of people got. It's a great figure. And then they put out almost the same exact figure with a base that was an exclusive. And you got the dark side Anakin. The only difference was the eyes, but it was the same figure and with that base. And you have to ask yourself, Victoria, especially with the Ahsoka series coming and more flashbacks with Anakin, and you know they're going to be doing that. They've already basically told you in the preview. Who's to say that we don't get another Anakin that's the dark side version here?
Yeah, it could very well happen. I mean, when they did it last time, I think the dark side one was like a SDCC exclusive, and then it was on the site for a while before it actually sold out. But they weren't announced at the same time. So yeah, it totally could be that this is going to be the first artisan release. And then at some point, if I had to guess, we'll see this again with sculpted hair, and then alongside it, dark side, or even better, maybe it's a deluxe pack that has both heads, dark side and light side.
All right, so here's what we're going to do as we go ahead and we're getting ready to, and let me know in the chat what you guys think as well. You're gonna give me your predictions for this Thursday or Friday. But when we're talking about like an Anakin and then a dark side Anakin, it happened before, it happened then. Is it going to happen now? Let's first play this as we fill up Table Oblivion.
Now,
baby.
it's happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
All right. My prediction for this coming Thursday with the Joker and this coming Friday with the Anakin. I believe Charlie the Unicorn, who put it out there, I'm going to kind of go with him. I believe that both of those will sell out within a few hours. But I'm going to be on immediately. I am going to try and be on early. I am going to be logged on. And I have every expectation it's going to be gone in under 3 seconds. However, my gut is telling me a few hours, because these are more available than the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. And because of the price and because of this economy and because of what we talked about tonight, my prediction is anywhere from 2 to 4 hours on Thursday, the Joker will be gone and the Anakin. That's my call. Second brother, I'm going to you. What is your prediction for the Joker on Thursday and Anakin on Friday? Go, baby.
The Joker, I would give maybe 4 minutes tops.
But,
4 minutes for the Joker.
Like I said, that's how I'm planning it. But yeah,
4 minutes tops, and for Anakin, 2.5. No, I wouldn't say 2. I would say 2 minutes flat.
Wow.
And I will count 2 minutes flat by you refreshing that screen and you put it in your cart 2 and 3 times, going through a little magic, and it poofs. It goes away. So that whole run through and try to refresh the screen on this stuff probably take about maybe 5 seconds on average, 5-10 seconds on average. So yeah, about 2 minutes to be gone.
We're going to go ahead and go to Victoria next, but first I got to put this up from a prediction from the single songwriter. And he says here, prediction, Thursday at 6 Scale Cantina, you get Anakin. And you have to wonder, songwriter, is this what they call you, baby?
The wizard.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that Joker's gonna last a little longer than Anakin. I'm gonna say Joker's gonna be, given that there is, the regular version as well. I would say Joker might be on there, and depending on price, of course. If he's over $400, possibly up to an hour, I would guess. Anakin will probably be gone in 5 minutes, would be my guess.
Wow. 5 minutes and maybe the Joker up for an hour. Those are good thoughts. And before we get to Brent on his prediction for this Thursday's Joker and this Friday's Anakin, OG fan with the wizard. I have an extra prediction. I think while that's going on, is it possible we get another one of these guys as I fill him up, baby?
I'm Boba Fett.
Always count on another Boba Fett for sure. But when does the regular Joker go up for I don't know when the regular one was. And I gave you the time. I believe it is 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific collection obsession for the Rooted Hair one. Predictions also in here from some of the people in the chat. Single songwriter says, I believe 33.3 minutes on each. I know that Charlie the Unicorn said that about 2 hours he thinks. Joe P says the economy is terrible, yet $450 figure is going to sell out in 5 minutes. A lot of hype. I mean, even in this economy, I talk about it every week, Brent. The Trooper Han Solo, the regular A New Hope Han Solo, the DX08, Jack Nicholson, Joker, the DX06, DX15, Jack Sparrow, the Christopher Reeve, Supermans, they sell, baby. Darkseid Anakin sell. The Pretenders aren't. I mean, you can't sell a Mud Trooper right now. You can't sell some of these figures in stock, but yeah, that's why this is a hard prediction.
Yeah,
everyone here on the chat on our panel is a little bit different. What say you?
Well, I'll come at it with you from this perspective. I don't know how many of the three of you guys have ever played golf, okay? And I don't know how many of our viewers tonight have ever played golf, but when your buddy has a line on a putt and your ball is behind him, you get to watch how hard he hits. You get to see how the ball goes on the same terrain that you're going to hit it on, even though you're maybe a foot or two behind him. So what I'm getting at with this metaphor is the people who are just going after the Anakin are going to be able to watch the putt being made on Thursday by the folks going after the Joker. So they're going to get to see how the Joker Rooted Hair Artisan gets to play out, and they're going to be able to know pretty much exactly how that's going to go 24 hours later. So that being said, I think the Joker's gone in 8 minutes. I think Anakin is gone in 4 minutes.
Wow. Good stuff. What predictions here? I love this one. From Marlon Braswell says 666 on Anakin. I guess he must be sitting at table 66. So I guess I need to fill him up, right? Here we go, baby. Oh man. Guys, it's going to be very, very, very interesting. More like 66 seconds for Anakin. Yeah, I that's how I'm going to approach it. But there's another comment in here. I'm trying to pull it up. That was very, very interesting. Who put this up in here? Charlie Unicorn goes, these are TK FOMO specials. Where is TK FOMO? Is he going to be coming back? Come on. I think so. And I can't find this other comment, but someone was saying these will be hitting the bargain bin. Here it is. Brad says, I believe both will sit and hit the bargain bin. You know what the funny thing is? There is a slight chance that could happen. I think there's almost no chance of that, but I know where he's going with it. I know where he's going with this, but Brent, guys, it's what you said. The proof's going to be in the pudding. We're going to find out real quick.
We're gonna know that this conversation 1 week from tonight is gonna be fascinating. It is gonna be good theater that you're gonna have on this show in a week.
All right,
we're all gonna have takes and takes and takes.
Listen, are you gonna try and get the figure, Victoria? I think you said yes, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right, so am I. Second brother, are you gonna try and get the Anakin?
I'm probably going to make my final decision on that come tomorrow.
How about the Joker? Same thing with the Joker.
Joker, the same thing with the Joker. Like, I have Dark Side Anakin. I'm happy with it. I'm pretty much like, we're collecting. I love the chase. I love the chase. I love the hunt. Every time I do gaming console, I'm one of the guys out there, with 2 iPads, a computer, and a phone. I'm used to doing that kind of stuff. I enjoy it. And if I get it, great. I did that with that Batman. I was like, I'm going to get it, whatever. And then I'm like, holy shit, I got it. Wow. Okay.
So you're gonna make it tomorrow. I totally get it. Yeah.
Okay. Does that answer the question? Yeah, I make my decision tomorrow. More than likely, I'll probably take a stab at it. And if I don't get it, I don't get it. I could just go back and look at my Dark Side Anakin and smile.
That's a great figure to smile at. Brent, you can try and get the Anakin, yes or no?
I'm probably not gonna get the Anakin.
Okay.
Like Second Brother said, I've got Dark Side Anakin. I've got the original Anakin as well from Hot Toys. I'm pretty happy with those 2 figures and how I have them displayed, and that just means one more available for you guys, I guess.
Well, it also means you got to consider that how many people are thinking like you, and there's going to be more of these than the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. We're going to find out. Make sure you guys subscribe to Victoria from Victoria's Cantina. So pumped up that you joined us here today, my friend. Listen, if you guys and gals have never checked out Victoria's Cantina, what you doing? If you like 6-scale Cantina, baby, you're going to love Victoria's Cantina. Go ahead and show her the love and go ahead and subscribe to her. I've got the link within the video description below. Don't subscribe to Newsman or Second Brother because they don't have channels yet. But when they do, all you got to do, besides believe, is be able to click on their links as well because I'll have it here. But listen, that's all I got for tonight. I don't always buy Spotchka out, but when I do, it tastes almost as good as that Artisan rooted hair Anakin. Good luck, everyone who wants to get it. Good luck to me.
We're all going to be flossing with rooted hair by the end of the week.
Right. Or pulling out ours.
Stay thirsty, baby.
And one more thing, Aries. Just wanted to throw it out there that there's consolation prizes. If you don't get that rooted hair Joker, the regular edition will be there. If you don't get Anakin, there's the regular Anakin. And I have to think about this because, like with Wonder Woman, I mean, I have a rooted hair Wonder Woman, but it's this hideous looking one from several years ago. So even if you don't get the best version out there, there are versions to be had. So keep the faith. Hopefully everybody has good luck and gets what they want.
Very, very well said. Great having you, Victoria, Brent,
Thank you.
and second brother. Until we meet again, I'm going to end it with this. Here's my last prediction for the night. Stay thirsty, baby.
All right. But this is the last time.